Well, hello and welcome to IRL F2 Round 4 around Spain. I'm Sandro Sorag. I'm joined today by Matthew Older as usual.
Yeah.
And Spain Matthew. Any expectations?
Don't know. I have no practice with this one, so I'm relying on you for predictions on this one.
All the pressure of the prediction for me then. Well, I gotta say,
Yes.
there was a few guys practicing yesterday, so I gotta say the strongest guys for today's track I think that will be the two Renaults and the Mercedes of Adrian Storm. Definitely.
Adrian Storm.
Yeah. So if I should just guess the podium right now, just to make it fun and see how right that will be, I'm gonna go Paco, Storm, Fosbury. Yeah. That order.
Okay. We'll see how that turns out.
Of course. And well, in the practices yesterday we did see that I think most people wanted to go for the soft while when they tried to do the quali, and that is what I'm looking for today.
Crash at the last corner. Tyler. The non-promoted Tyler. Oh, I don't go back on the track now. Jesus.
Oh, Tyler Thomas, you mean?
It's loose. Yes.
Yeah.
Ferrari.
Well,
It just spun out of the last corner somehow. It's not normal to do that, I guess. I just ran wide. Lost a heap on this front wall. I don't think we'll be seeing him back out on track soon.
speaking of Storm, I believe he is on to his lap now, and he is on the mediums, so...
I'm watching
Nino? Alright.
1 minute into his lap and he's crashed with Ash. Both of them have gone off at the left-right with the massive curb, which does like to chuck you off quite a lot. James takes pole, shortly snatched straight after by McLaren. McLaren mediums. James softs. Both hit to break into the 19s. Nino's not set. A very competitive lap time, you would say.
So yeah. Well, I can say that most of the people are actually out on the mediums for the moment, and it is Joe Hollis who takes provisional pole for the moment, and
Oh, it's a crash from Christmas.
and it's
Already.
out of the second corner, or into the second
Marcel.
corner.
Pole. 18th flat. 6 tenths faster than anyone.
Oh yeah, but that is on the supers, and like, in my opinion, we're looking at two different strategies today. Could be three. It could be either medium that over to soft, soft over to medium,
Soft to medium.
or if you quali on the supers, you will be doing a two-stop. And for the two-stop, I'm not really sure what tires you would choose then. Personally, I wouldn't choose to do the two-stop anyway. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have done that either, Matthew.
Nope. Oh Jesus! So many people just watching everyone go through the left, right, smash the curb, almost end up in the gravel. Like two people did earlier in this session.
Adrian Storm is going on to a lap again now. Starting at the start-finish straight. And I'm getting a horrible angle as he goes into turn 1. Looks nice and tight into turn 2 too.
Missed the curb. Sometimes, depending on the tyres, you can absolutely smash that curb. Obviously, medium's not being able to smash it, but it didn't get as close as it could have. 1.5 tenths improvement through the first sector.
Into the second sector. Gotta tell you that this next corner Storm is coming up to. I feel that very difficult not to lose the back end sometimes.
Not quite sure what that was attempt from Ashley there. Well, he's gone off and he's on his outlap. Is all I'm going to say about this one. The same corner which he did last time. Struggling to get back on the track. Is there anyone?
Oh.
Yes, there is a couple of people coming up to make sure that he gets out of the way. Fair enough. Oh Jesus! That was close.
Yeah, I think
the trick is to get back to the base as fast as possible. Adrian Storm and Tyler Thomas. Let's see what Tyler Thomas does. So his first time that's
well, Tyler coming down to the first
1, 2,
corner.
3, 4, 5, 6 people. And yet set a lap. Christos crashed out.
And one of the Williams has been off.
Set up. It is Nino. I think. No, they're both in the garage. I'm not sure what you're seeing. I'm not sure if that's a different car. Right then, Billy on a lap now in the sector 2. I'll leave you for this one.
I'm not watching Billy at the moment. I'm still watching Tyler Thomas as he is closing to the last sector now, coming into that twisty section here where I don't know if you can do it. I can't hit that curve. I'm spinning off right away. It did not look like he took much of that curve going into the last chicane now. Not taking much curbs, but he's coming into the last corner out of it.
Better to set a lap than not.
Yeah, better to actually get a lap in on the nut, but he's a bit behind at the moment. So I believe we have
a lap now. Chris Ryan coming up to the line. Yeah, but back in myself the final corner, people doing that a lot today. Both Ferraris have done that. 19.9 puts himself ahead of his teammate. Those two are looking quite close, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's on a lap at the moment. Both Renaults.
Both Renaults on their out laps.
Pad versus wheel, these two Renaults. Equal pace there.
Oh, I'm not sure for today. I think Paco might have an edge today.
I'm not sure if Callum's on a lap. Yeah, he's definitely on a lap. Going to the pits.
Oh no. What this has doing? It stays good. Well,
James
into the first two corners.
Is following Paco. Actually about to start his lap.
Well, Paco is still on the mediums tires.
Yeah, he hasn't set a lap yet, so they have both of the runners have not come out of the pitch yet. This is telling me.
Well, I believe Jared Fosbury is on the lap too.
No, he's not, because he's just next to me again. He made a mistake and is backed off.
Well, evening to you too, Hammer Time.
Ah.
No, evening. Still midday, if you ask me.
Oh, that could be validation.
And if it was not, it was
wide.
He certainly lost time.
Oh, that could be invalidation as well.
Because
Doesn't
wait
say
and see.
that it's invalid. So he could have gone away with this one. Oh, that's a massive back end loss out the final corner. Struggling for grip. And run to line gets the ERS perfectly right. And 7th. I do believe that he is the second fastest medium runner.
The fastest medium runner at the moment. As Jared is going onto his lap.
Third fastest medium runner.
Who were you watching then?
I was watching Paco. 10th up from his previously invalidated time. It's Fosbury right now through out of sector 1. Down here. The curb likes to spit you out, he's gonna miss it. That one doesn't though, and if you don't miss it by anything, just take as much curb as possible on the way in, through the middle and on the way out. Doesn't do much of curb mounting these people do.
Well, I mean, like, you can see some people taking more curb than others, but definitely not the people who takes the most
fastest. The fastest are generally the ones who will tackle those cubs the most without losing it. As Ash has crashed somewhere. I'm not going to try and find that. So we're going to stay on board with Fosbury. Just comes up to the line, puts himself ahead of his teammate. And his teammate is about to start another lap on the medium tyres. Callum Anderson on the line. Start a lap, that's why. Adrian Storm is about to start his flying lap. Yes, this is about to start his flying lap on the soft tyres. You can keep an eye on that. I'm going to look at people to...
On the soft, Callum is on the mediums, isn't he? He is.
Callum.
Well, into the second sector now. Yes. Taking the... Not taking too much curb on the exit there. Gotta say, when you... I didn't think much of it before you said it. Oh,
yellow flags. This is just a waste of my time. It's just a waste of our time because it's gone away straight away. Manson hitting more curbs than I've seen most people do right now. Oh, he's gone off.
And
he's
that's
hit too
what I
many
meant
curbs.
by hitting that curb. If I hit that curb, the same thing happens.
A lot of people have done that this session already, particularly at the start. So Ashley fall victim to it, along with Billy, I think it was, who's sitting in P6 now with a good lap.
I believe Marcel is out on a new lap now, and he's on the super soft. Interesting.
Yes, so he will be starting on the super soft unless he gets back to the pits, but I don't think he'll be able to be that 18th lap. Just a quick question, what was the pole time in your session by an F2 driver yesterday?
I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure Jared at least was. It wasn't Jared. Adrian Storm. He actually took pole in that session, I think, with a 17.6 on the supers.
That means he's got a very good lap on the softs then, hasn't he? 6 tenths off of that time.
Yeah.
Well, Marcel got through to the last 2 corners. He's mounted that curb, took some grass along with him. But it still looks like a competitive lap time on the run up to the line. He will improve. 6 tenths improvement.
And
He's 7 tenths clear of the field. Let's see how long that lasts, shall we?
I mean, we have some guys out on the supers. We have James Sands out on the supers too. He is in the second
to go
sector
for his lap on the soft tyres. Who is furthest down the line? Paco's only just came into the box. He can get back out again, obviously. But it's going to be quite close as Adrian Storm heads out of his pit box.
James is in the last
James
sector
in the
now.
last sector.
James. You like saying that, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I can understand that. Well, James into the last few corners now.
Oh, he smashed the curb too much.
Loses the curve, loses
Lost
the
the back end. That's going to lose him at least a tenth as he goes on the run up to the line. It's not pole, and it's not second.
It's
Because
third.
it's invalidated, that's why.
Oh, you're right.
His best time is on the softs though, so this could be a better starting tyre if he doesn't complete another lap.
I believe
Yeah,
Jared is...
You can keep commentating, I need to make sure that this is...
Jared is coming... is in the last sector now, setting himself up for a lap on the softs, and
his teammate
like,
is
this
only coming
has
up the
really
box
been
now
what...
as well.
Oh yeah, he needs to get out quickly, and he is on his way out now.
He's out now, so yes, he will make it
And
up.
then we can see that Jared is starting his lap now.
He could
Put
get a cheeky
DRS.
slipstream from Suarez. Oh, and Tyler's now crashed. One Tyler gets promoted, one Tyler crashed, and qualifying. Two quite different stories of the two Tylers right now.
And Jared, I did not did not see how much he gained on his lap there, but...
Suarez is slowing down. I'm guessing this will be to give his teammate a nice slipstream on the run up to the line.
Oh, does he have time for that though?
That's a good point actually.
Because
Jared
Jared
around
will
10 seconds
pass the line.
him. James is out.
Well, James is sitting.
I hate the way you can't go on retired cars. I can't.
Oh, and Lux jumps into second with a 17.9 on the softs. So he's put himself in a perfect position then. As we can see that Jared is going into the last chicane.
Jared is not going to get slipstream from his teammate because it's going to cost his teammate a timing calling. His teammate costs the line of 2 seconds to go.
Jared is coming to the line, and it's
an improvement.
89.
He's 10th place, and the Red Bull's gone off and smashed into the wall at turn 3. Lewis Hamilton.
Guess we'll see
but
what his
now,
teammate can do then.
Fosbury is in 10th. One person below him has to beat him, and he'll be in one of the best starting positions.
Yeah, well, over to his teammate Paco Suarez. Jared did tell us he wasn't that quick on this track, so that
Jared
might
is
be the
still driving.
Oh, did he make it so he can do another lap?
Yes, but the Red Bull retired on track. I don't remember his name. Damn it. But the Red Bull was retired on track, meaning that the car drove around the locked in the first sector. But let's watch Paco through the last two corners. Oh, he's missed the apex. Oh, he's smashed the apex. Oh, he's lost a bit of a back end loss there. It's the top 4 all in their group positions, but can Suarez say something about it? It's invalidated. His teammate.
And then he will
Can
be
he say something about it? 5th place for the soft runner. And that's in
after
qualifying.
this qualifying, as we don't have what I expected. And probably not what you expected either. The Renault's down in 5th.
I didn't have any expectations.
Well, so the Renault's down in 5th and 8th?
Mm-hmm. Do you think so? No, 5th and 9th.
That is
but
not a good position
highest
for Paco.
person start. He's highest starter on mediums.
That is true. So we do have Marcel Holler in pole with the Super Soft. Then we have Joe Hollis, Adrian Storm, Nina Romanello, Jared Fosbury, James Sands, Lee Kelly, Charlie Sampson, Paco Suarez, and Billy Mossen. That is top 10 for you.
I feel sorry for Billy. He's on the Supers in 10th.
That's not a good position, but I do feel sorry for Marcel too, because he did set a good time on the Supers.
He's high up though.
But I think he had a good time on the
Two-stop is a viable
Softies.
strategy. Two-stop is a viable strategy.
It is.
Don't count him out in this race. Yes, It's not
Well,
as unviable
I
as you
won't
think.
count him out,
Clearly.
but as I said though, many people behind him will be doing the one stop. So
He'll have to be making some moves.
and with the run down to turn one, he really needs to actually keep his position to be able to pull a little away in the first few laps. So yeah, but that will be interesting, seeing the pole sitter doing a different strategy than probably the 5 or 6 next drivers behind him.
Right, away we go then for the formation lap. I'll leave you to do your rundown of the rest of the grid as I'll be back.
Well, then we have Team Bruce Dellins in 11th. He's starting on the soft tires. We have Shane in 12th, opting to start on the supers. That's interesting. Then we have the 2 Ferraris of Chris Ryan and Tyler Thomas, both on the soft tires. And then we have Callum Anderson on the soft tires in 15th. Then we have the Greek Christos Kalamidas in 16th, the lone Toro Rosso on the mediums today. And then we have Ashley in 17th on the soft tires. So, well, inside the top 10, it's now everyone starts on the soft tires except for Marcel and Billy starting on the supers and Paco starting on the mediums. I gotta say, my podium prediction doesn't look like it will end like that at this moment, but I'm still gonna go with that podium prediction. Jared and Paco has showed us to be probably 2 of the most consistent drivers in F2. They're quick, and they've been playing a good team strategy usually, so we might see something of that today, being on different strategies as the drivers get onto their grid slots again, and hopefully we'll get a good view from Cody's for once. Please give me a different view than this. There we have it. So 5 red lights and we should be going. It's a hold. It's a long hold for us. And there we go. And Marcel with a little wheel spin at the start. Looks like a good start from the Renault of Jared Fosbury. And Lux will be trying it on the outside of Holler into turn 1. And there is a Williams going around, and that catches up one of the Haas. I'm not sure who that was, but we can see that Marcel is still holding the lead for lap 1, with Joe Hollis in 2nd and Adrian Storm in 3rd. Fosbury has gained 1 position up to 4th. Then I'm not sure who the Williams' spun was, but oh, that was Romanello, and he took James with him. That is a shame for both of them.
Oh, jeez, that was close to Christos. With Nino just watching him on board. And James.
You know that Christos gotta be careful with those medium tires. He needs to get the temperature up in them.
Yeah. And then start making some moves on the people who are struggling.
Well, Marcel is showing that these super soft tires really gets him quicker through the last sector, because he has pulled a little away from Joe there. Joe is still only 7 tenths behind, and yeah, I'm not sure. You're probably better at predicting when this guy will pit Matthew. So
I think the guys in supers can make the tyres go to lap around 8, but they'll have to go really slowly. Some of them say they're going to go around at 5.
Alright.
which is
So,
impossible to do at one stop.
Then we're looking at Marcel, Shane. Oh, Shane is up to 6th, so he's made a lot of positions. Both of them will be pitting around lap 5.
Oh, it's a
probably.
crash, and it's Tyler. Right, I'm going to stick him with Billy. Let's see what this was. Oh no, Billy's crashed as well. And that's a wing off. Billy, as he comes out the pits, he's on supers. No, he's on softs, this is the graphic bench. And, well, he's got to come back into the pits after 2 laps. He's going to have to do 2 pit stops.
I gotta say, it looks like Marcel might be pitting earlier than lap 5 because he looks to be struggling with his grip now on lap 2.
Yeah, look at that, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already.
And Joe will be. Joe might be close enough to just use the slipstream on to him down to turn 1.
No,
Marcel is defending.
He's gone to the outside.
So Joe will be
he can give him a squeeze, but needs to leave him room. He might oversteer into him actually. No, surprised that he's managed to keep a hold of that car.
Joe is
Sauber, he's sliding for
Joe
the entire corner.
Him and Joe
just dive bombed at this point because he's going so slowly on the supers. He's sliding every corner, understeering through every corner.
Yeah, I gotta say, Marcel, those tires looks like he just. It looks like they're shot already. Oh, and he loses the back end, and Joe is up to 1st then.
Oh,
brilliant move by
that's
Joe.
A good save. Now it's Fosbury's go attacking. They're ever so struggling. Marcel round the outside. Marcel, he does not want to touch this curb at all. Oh, he's not even touched the curb and he's almost wiped. Oh, and there's a big crash. Whoa, this is a massive crash. All of them are off at the fast right-hander.
Oh my god, I can see that.
2 cars have crashed out. That's 5 cars involved in one ginormous incident. That's definitely going to be investigated by the stewards after the race. Yeah, Marcel picks after 3 laps. Oh man, this race is... I think Chris Ryan got involved as well.
Yeah, it looks like
it. He has front wing damage, stop go. It's all going horribly wrong as Anderson is in AI mode. Why has he gone in AI mode? Not learning this. Oh, he's crashed into the pits. Oh, they've both crashed into the pits.
How?
They've just took too much speed and obviously the front wing understeered. Both lost their tyres. Shane crashed into the back. Right now.
Well, this is 7.
See now the Renault staying ever so consistent as normal.
Yeah, as you can see that Jared is closing on to Joe's rear now, and gotta say Jared looks like. Oh, but look at Adrian Storm. He is looking feisty. He wants this win.
He wants this bread.
Oh yeah. And
it's going to be side by side into turn 1. Surely he can get the move done around the outside. Just so much overspeed in that Renault powered car. Both of these powered by Renault, and he's got the move done on the outside. Adrian Storm nowhere near close enough to being able to make a move.
Joe might be able to come back at him into this next corner.
No,
he's going to be sitting behind.
Not sure what you're looking at.
Well, I didn't get the best view. It looked closer for me.
Adrian Storm could have a go. That's not going to have a go. Into the slow left-hander. Very understeer around that corner. You can see there, Joe Hollis taking a shorter line on the run up to that left-right. That can gain you the slightest amount of time needed to get the move done. But he's running really wide. Adrian Storm might have a go. No, too far back. Really dirty and aggressive and dangerous if he did.
Well, as we look at it now,
Suarez gaining on Lee, who's struggling right now on the soft tyres.
He has fallen a bit off. And when it comes to our pole sitter, Marcel Holler. He chose the soft tires, so he's definitely doing a two-stop. And with those fresh soft, he's probably gonna gain. He does have a lot of time to catch up to. What do you think? Do you think he still can win the
takes
race?
the curb and Joe's gone off. They started side by side around turn 3. That's incredible. Incredible driving. Adrian Storm to just spot that gap and go for it. Marcel's his first lap of the race, no surprise there.
Oh, definitely no surprise with the fresh supers. Excuse me, not supers, but soft.
Out, trying to catch up to the 4 soft runners. His teammate leading the way, followed by Adrian Storm, Joe Hollis, Lee, Jared. No, that's not Jared. Paco Suarez, Tim.
Christos.
Yes, Christos Kalimidas, Marcel, Chris Ryan, and KAMIKAZE. 7 retirements out of 17 drivers.
Yeah, these first few laps has really been about surviving for the mid-pack and back of the grid. We see that with all the chaos, as we have mentioned, consistency of the Renaults shows again. They've been able to stay out of trouble in the first 2 laps, and is sitting 1st and 5th, and they started 5th and 9th, I think. Yeah. So if we look at the big gainers from all of this, obviously with 7 retirements, we do have a few guys who's gained a lot of positions. Christos has gained 9 positions. He started 15th or something, if I can remember right. Although he is losing positions at the moment. Yeah, Christos has front wing damage, so he's probably been off somewhere, and he's struggling massively with that damage. Although he does have a gap of 35 seconds down to Chris Ryan at this moment, so he can still, oh, but that gap is closing. Well, if we watch, except for Christos, then the biggest gainers at the top there is Jared with 4 places, Paco with 4 places, and Tim with 5 places. The bigger losers, well, obviously Marcel has done his first pit stop, so he's obviously fallen a bit down, so I won't call him a loser at the moment, but Nino Romanello, he started 3rd or 2nd, I think, 3rd. Oh, 7th.
Sorry, that was wrong. Where is he? Oh, he's out. And his teammate intended to be started 4th, that's what I decided.
Yeah, so Romanello then lost 10 positions before he retired. So probably gonna be the biggest loser today with that. But 7 retirements on after the first few laps, and that gigantic crash. Oh, they certainly made sure that everyone who's still running is getting points. As we can see that Lux is pitting, and it's lap 9.
Can make that.
Joe.
Pretty hard.
Yeah, he is pitting a bit early, isn't he? And as we see, Adrian Storm is closing the gap to Jared now. He was around 7-8 tenths behind. Now he's 4 to 3 tenths behind, and he might have been a bit better at saving his tires. It certainly looks like Jared is starting to struggle a little. Joe is not going for the one-stop, Matthew. He has pitted over to soft tires.
That's safety car. It's perfect
Oh,
time for some
virtual
pit.
safety car.
That's just ruined his chances because they're all gonna pile into the pits.
Yeah, look at that. Both Jared and Adrian storming into the pit. Same with Lee. Paco though, he's not getting into the pit. He's on the mediums. So you can see that both Jared and Storm and Lee are going over to the mediums tires. Tim can use this too, and he's Tim is going over to the soft tire, so he is committing to the two-stop. While Marcel, I don't know, if I were him, I think I would have gone in for the mediums when the virtual came. But at the moment, I gotta say, Jared looks to be in a good position to win this race now. He's out on the mediums and he's not going to pit again. Lux is all over him though. Onto this first DRS right there, and Joe is going for the dive. And will he get by?
Smashing wheels.
Yeah, but he does get by and into second place at the moment. But with him needing to do another pit stop, he really needed that position. Paco, how long do you think Paco will take those mediums?
All the way to the end.
Well, he has to pit again. Having a little fun with me, are we?
22 laps.
22 laps and then 11 laps on the softs.
Yes.
Yeah, well, when he pits over to the soft, he will be lighter fueled, so 11 laps should be possible then. I don't think it's for sure though. My prediction of Paco, Adrian and Jared, it's starting to look a little better now. Although I think we might see Jared, Adrian, Paco in that order. But it still remains to be seen. As Tim is in the pit again. Will we see? He's going out on the super, so he's probably made a wing change then, I guess.
Here he goes on this setting, fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, well, I mean, Hollis is. Oh, Tim, stay out of the other's way right now.
He did cause quite a lot of mayhem in the last race.
Yeah, well, he was one of the parties involved in that, yeah. But he got out of everyone's way there. Just think he stayed to the inside when he was there, and all of them got by pretty easily. But yeah, Joe is really getting those soft tires to use now. As we can see that Adrian once again closes up to Jared. I think Adrian will pass Jared on this lap. He will have the DRS and he's just behind him. And Lee, he's getting close too. As they're in the DRS zone, and we can see that Adrian has the DRS open. going for the inside, but he's not going for it. He's just staying behind Jared for the moment. And that makes Lee challenging him. This could get an interesting battle and it's probably gonna last for a long time. I was supposed to say something, but I forgot. I'm not gonna try to remember that. I'm just going on to, as we're going into this DRS zone, will we see Adrian going to the inside? No, not this time. As they're into the last sector, Adrian just needs to stay close to Jared here, and he will have DRS. The start-finish straight. I don't know what to make of it, Matthew, but do you think Adrian needs the start-finish straight to actually be a bit longer? Because he was pretty close going into the DRS zone last time. He's actually a little further behind this time. Will we no, we're not going to see any moves this time either. Or might it just be Jared who gets a better run off the last corner? Any opinions from one of the best on the game, Matthew?
What?
Any opinions on why Storm is struggling to get past Jared?
Jack is hard to overtake, that's why. Simple as that.
Yeah, but I mean he was close on in the DRS zone, not this lap, but the lap before that. Still didn't get past.
Don't know.
Do you think it's a matter of Jared running lower down for us? Can that be the reason why he seems to struggle a bit more than Adrian in the middle and the last sector?
What? I'm still confused.
I can hear that. Well, I gotta say that, yeah, Adrian is close now, only 4 tenths behind. But yeah, he doesn't gain that much down the straight there, so I think it might be lower down for Jared than Adrian. I think down the straight he closed like 1/10, and starting to look like Joe is losing the pace with his soft tires now too. As we can see that the gap between him and Jared is starting to go down again, and he's starting to lose time to Paco. I think we might get a 4-way battle in a lap or two now. If not, Joe goes into the pit again soon. Penalties will probably come into play at the end of the race too. I haven't actually caught up any time penalties unless except for the last one for Callum. Down to 9 drivers, Matthew.
Please don't say I just realised what I've done. Thank the Lord. Thought I had my audio not sharing. Probably just flipped if I had my audio and not share. Luckily that's shared.
Don't you? Oh, Jared going a bit wider, and Adrian is only 2 tenths behind Jared. If he can keep within that onto this DRS straight. Oh, he is, and it doesn't look like he's going to go for it. so many times where I thought that Adrian would have gone for it on Jared, but still just sitting behind him.
I got Beastie Kids in the stream chat, right as Lee is catching up, asking me how IRL F2 goes. That's pretty irrelevant to this, so I'll answer that if he wants to come to some interviews later.
Well, of course. And look at this, as I said, oh, and I did not catch that, but Lee has gone for the move on Storm and has gotten past too.
Yes. Storm really struggling right now, I wonder why.
Yeah, you know, it might be that he's struggling with overheated tires from staying close behind Jared for a long while now, and even though Lee should have had the same problem in that case. But we still have a four-way battle now, and Marcel behind has taken his soft tires for 13 laps now. So I'm not really sure what Marcel is going for right now, if he wants to go on to a new set of soft. That will be a long stint with the soft tires.
I'll be back.
That is fine. Well, as Matthew will be leaving us shortly, I think he will be coming back soon, but we can still see that now Jared is right behind Hollis, and he's going for the outside move into turn 1, and he gets it to stick, but Joe is coming back at him, going into the fast right-hander. Joe runs a little wide, and he will not be able to get the move back now. And now he's under pressure from Lee Kelly, and Lee will not go for dive into this corner. But Joe is running wide, and who's that in the background? Yeah, that is Callum Anderson, so he's not really in this battle, he's a lap down. But we can see that Joe is struggling, and Lee will go, he's defending his position into the... Oh, and look at this, Joe is really struggling with this space now. Lee is hounding him around every corner. This is great battling. Joe has to go a little wide there. He still keeps his position, but oh, he runs wide going into the last corner, and Lee is already past him. But out of all of these, who has DRS? Looks like Adrian will be trying, but it is Joe that is trying on the outside of Lee. Look at this wheel-to-wheel around every corner, and Adrian will be trying to taking advantage of Joe's tires. And Callum, please be careful as you're a lap down. I know that with your new tires you will probably have some more pace right now, but keep in mind these 4 guys are battling for positions. Well, 3 guys. Jared has pulled away from Lee with 2.2 seconds now. Oh, what a great battle we had. And we can see that Adrian is right on the back of Lee. But Joe, what are you going to do? Your tires are worn. We can clearly see that you were pulling away from these guys a little while ago, and now you're just struggling with keeping up with them. And I think he jumped into the pit. Yeah, he's going into the pit. 13 laps left. I think he will probably go on to a new set of soft tires. Marcel has gone on to a set of mediums, so hello Aaron. Well, today there is 2 streams, basically because Kamikaze is usually commentating for SRL on Saturdays. There is no SRL race today, so he asked if we wanted him to commentate, and we said that if there's space, he and Lewis can do a commentary together on this race, while me and Matthew does it on our official YouTube channel as usual. So yeah, it brings two different point of views. He might not be looking at the same as I'm looking at it, so it could be interesting. And might look like, oh, and there we go. Paco is into the pit. He is fitting on the soft tires. Oh, and Jared, he's struggling again. Lee has made a move on Jared into turn 1. And this battle with Lee, Jared and Adrian might be coming into play again. They are close as they've been for a long time. As I predicted earlier, I thought the podium would be Paco, Storm and Jared right now. I'm sure Paco is not that far behind. He's 10 seconds behind the 3 top runners, but he's on soft tires. While the 3 leaders are on old medium tires. Joe, though, he did jump over to the medium tires when he pitted a few laps ago. I gotta say, right now the gap is a little too big between the top 3 guys. I don't think we will see anyone going for any moves in the turn 1 on this lap. And we don't have any other battles at the moment. And Matthew does not be back yet either. As we can see that Joe is setting the fastest lap now with a 20.6 on his new mediums tires. And it sounds like Matthew is back with us now.
Yes.
You missed some action there, Matthew.
Did I?
Oh yeah, Lee has made a move on Jared and is now in the lead. Paco went in for soft tires on lap 21. So
Interesting.
don't think we had anything else that happened while you were away. And at the moment we have the same scenario as we've had, I think, most of the race. Adrian being right behind Jared, trying to close that gap. So he's not going to be close enough this time. Jared is not close to... Oh, Jared is close enough, and he's going for the move, but he can't. Oh, look at that switchback. Having the inside line now, and he gets past Lee.
Storm
and
can surely have a go.
Oh yeah,
No,
but
actually, he's too far back.
Looked
really
like
close.
Jared was going to go for the outside lane, but he braked a little earlier. Lee braked late, and he went for the switchback, and it worked out perfectly for him. And we can see that after 2 laps, Paco has caught up 3 seconds to the little 3 leaders. So we will see him getting into this battle sometime soon. If he can keep those soft good, of course. So that they faded up pretty quickly for Joe. And he went over to the mediums.
Oh, rubbing up the back. Oh, they're both into the pits.
Jared.
Storm takes the lead.
Yeah, but Jared and
Suarez is being defended from Calamansi, the back marker. Does back out locker. That would have been investigated after the race.
If he battled in there, that would have probably been under investigation after the race. But in the end, he let him through. Paco is now second in the race, and Jared and Lido on those new soft tires. They will surely catch Joe, as he's just 2 seconds ahead of Jared on medium tires. But don't you think they would have made the mediums go to the end?
I thought they would have. I'm quite surprised that they haven't.
I mean, definitely looks like Adrian is taking them to the end. But well, we're not in their cockpit, so they probably have some information we don't. One thing is for sure now.
Could say that they would fart him up already, and they would have had to run that extra than I did say that they could have done, but reason to do.
Well, Paco is closing the gap to Storm pretty quickly, though. He's only 4.5 seconds behind Storm now, and Jared is only 1 second behind Joe now, with Lee right behind him. So one thing's for sure, we haven't had like one really, should I say, lap without any action. I think the battle between Jared, Lee and Storm has pretty much been all the race. Of course, that is a good thing. We want them to battle and make it entertaining for us.
Sure, they don't want to battle.
Yeah, they don't want to battle. They want to pull away for sure. As Lewis taps into the stream, that is good to see.
Yeah, always nice to have some help commentators into the stream.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
obviously he can commentate whenever he wants, as long as he has room, and he's actually commentating now. Just remembered.
Together with Kamikaze on KAMIKAZE-FOX's channel. As
unofficial.
Yeah, that will be
a stream.
The unofficial stream for today's race, as this is the official one. But Kamikaze, though, a great commentator, so nice to see him getting some content onto his channel too. If you would like to check out his channel at any point, you just go search up Kamikaze space and then Fox. Then you'll find his channel. All capitals, letters, yeah.
Capital L's, yes, fascinating.
Oh, and we can see that Joe is going for the move on Jared there, but Jared plays it smart, and as Joe is going wide, he's just going through again. Gotta say, it has looked like Jared has struggled with his tires in certain periods of this race, but he's made a few smart moves. And who is that coming out of the pit? That is Tim Bruce Dillon. So Tim Bruce, let these top runners get through as yeah, he does. Probably didn't realize it straight away that they were right behind him, but as soon as he did, he led them through.
Christos has also just been lapped by Eugene Storm. Incredible base rate he was doing.
Yeah, well, I mean, like he did race last week, didn't he? Yeah, Mexico he did race. Fortunately, we lost him after 17 laps or something around there. He looks to be getting to the line this time, and surely looks like he will be getting a podium. Only question is if he will be caught by Suarez and if it will be second or if it is
Time
tires.
penalties, remember that?
Oh yeah, I haven't.
Give that a quick check. Obviously, won't give any spoilers.
I'd appreciate if you don't give any spoilers regarding to that, as we can see that Jared has pulled out a small gap to Joe now, but Lee and Joe going into the first corner. Joe can't keep Lee behind him, and Lee is past. It didn't look like Lee had much trouble getting past there. It's certainly been a fun race with a few different strategies. Unfortunately, we had a big crash though.
Quite impressive how little penalties I've just seen from everyone in this lobby.
That is good to hear.
There's
I don't want you to say much more about it, but it is good to know that we're not going to see huge penalties being added to drivers' time after the race. As we can see that Lee and Jared, well, we also have Joe pretty close to them, to those two still actually, but I don't think we will see Joe being able to contest much with Jared or Lee anymore now, unless their tires fade off, but they didn't pit that late that early with almost going soft, so so going on to the last few laps now, Matthew. Certainly looks like the podium will be, well, it could still see Lee getting past Jared actually. He's really close and holding that Renault. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Will we see Jared being able to get that third place? Or do you think Lee will get past him eventually?
I don't know.
As we can see that they're
We'll see, won't we?
catching up to Callum, who nicely just led him through there, taking the escape road. Just gonna ask you, Matthew, but do you know if Callum and Tim is on the same lap? No, they're not.
No, they're not. Tim is a lap down.
Yeah, so hopefully Tim will let Callum through. Well, Tim is on much more soft, so he's probably gonna pull away.
Pretty sure this is the lapping duty actually now.
Well, we can see that Lee is still trying to find a way past Jared, but gotta say Jared has struggled a few times, but still he's managing to keep his position and he's staying ahead of Lee. And Joe has actually closed a bit up to these two guys again now. Interestingly enough. Oh, but now the question is though, now we have Paco who's catched up to Adrian Storm, but Paco's tires are 9 laps old now. So it will be worn mediums against worn softs. As these three guys are going onto the main straight now, we will have a look at them. See, and Jared gets a good exit. I'm not sure if Lee lost it or something, but he did lose a little time there. And there will not be any moves at this point. I guess that now is the point where Joe's mediums tires might becoming a better option soon too than the softs of Jared and Lee, but and we can see that Paco now is fighting to get the lead. He's right behind Adrian, and Adrian is on 21 laps, all mediums tires. What do you think, Matthew? Will Paco's soft tires hold up good enough to get him around these corners?
Yes. Yes, they will. Those tires can go. I think they'll just about make it to the end.
Oh, and look how close Paco is. He is definitely gonna pass Adrian. As I get a hold, there we go, to get a better view. Paco is going on the inside. He's already past Adrian, and I think we will see. Oh, Paco almost losing the back end. This can gain. Nah, Adrian is too far behind actually.
Oh, big crash. How was he
Jared.
so far down?
Oh, there is.
Storm went off.
No, did he?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I can't actually check that now. Jared is being
I
hounded
think he got a puncture
by
shot.
Lee.
Yeah, he has a puncture. Oh, yeah.
Oh
That was
no.
so weird. He got a puncture around turn 3. He had to go so wide, spinning off the track. And that's his
Well,
chance of-
I guess we got our answer then to why Jared and Lee pitted. Those mediums did not last. 22 laps. Unfortunately for Storm, he was on for a strong podium position there, and well, right now it looks like we will see Renault taking a 1-2.
They are looking like the team to beat them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
First win from I think this season. I think still just struggling to just not spin out through the right hand. There's front wing damage which is helping a lot with down straight weaving.
Oh, you know what this
He could.
reminds me of? Second to last lap. Reminds me of the Ferraris on Silverstone, not this year, but last year.
Oh yeah,
Didn't both of them puncture on the last, well, a few,
2 laps.
yeah, last 2 laps or something.
Yeah. Both around nothing, I think.
Yeah, I think it was something like that too. The Storm has been in our live stream and he said worth a try, and well, definitely. I mean, with just a few laps left and sitting comfortable in second, he had to go for it. He couldn't pit then. He will still finish in 6th, yeah. But he's in no man's land now. And
they
Paco has
smart.
crossed the
Yes,
finish
he
line,
has.
winning comfortable with around 13 seconds. As we can see that Jared picks up 2nd place ahead of Lee in 3rd, Joe in 4th. They brought us a really entertaining race from the start to finish. Marcel dropping down to 5th. I think that is mainly that his strategy did not work out. He lost way too much pace on those super soft. Storm, well, Christos, Callum and Tim has already finished because they were a lap down, so Storm will be our last driver crossing the line as he comes up to the last few corners. So
That was an interesting race. Didn't think that would
Storm celebrating over the line. Well, I gotta say he had to go for it, and it did look like he were going to get that podium. that second place. But it might have been that last battle with Paco that his tires couldn't. They weren't. Oh, 89% worn, he says. And it was inbound. Well, both the Renaults on the podium yet again. I think both of them have been on the podium in every race now, Matthew. Except for the last one where Paco couldn't be there. Yeah, now I see what you mean. Only a few penalties for a few peoples. As we can see, the top 10 is Paco, then Jared and Lee in second and third. Then we have Joe, Marcel, Adrian Storm, Christos, Callum Anderson, and Tim Bristellins. That was 9 finishers. 10th place we have Chris Ryan, but was Chris Ryan one of those you said crashed into the pit? I think it was. I'm not sure. I remember us having a big crash involving 5 drivers, more or less. I think it was. Did not see what happened myself. I think Matthew had a look at it. And as usual, the drivers who wants to have an interview can stay in the lobby, and we'll try to get a few in. So, shall we see them? You usually don't know. Usually leave that to me, don't you? Well, I'll handle that. If you can suggest someone though, Matthew. Oh, Matthew, I hope you didn't go because I need you to invite them actually, as I'm not the party host. Matthew. I gotta make a new party for this actually. Be a little patient. Yeah, I gotta do that. So, small mistake from my part there, as I'm usually the party host. So, alright, so I sent out a few invites. Gonna see if they will be joining. And gonna send out a few more invites too. As soon as I can see who. And we have already got a few guys joining. A little more patient, guys, and I'll start it. Alright, so I think Joe was the first one to join our party.
Yeah.
Joe, you were
So
involved with that.
started P2.
Yeah, you started P2 on the soft, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you were involved with that battle with Jared and Lee for a long time, I think.
Yep.
Also Adrian.
Yep.
If you can just go through a little of your view on, well, your strategy, the race, and the battle, that would be great.
So strategy. I was trying to figure out before the race, but then I decided to go with the soft mediums.
Mhm.
And yeah, so I started the race, had a good start, but then about lap 5 or 6, my tyres were gone, absolutely gone. So I was struggling a lot, no grip, nothing. And yeah, so I pitted on lap 8, went for the undercut. I was supposed to pit lap 9. I got past Storm, and then right up behind Jared, all over the back of him for most of the lap. Got held up a tiny bit. And then I really wanted to get past because I knew I had to make that move. So yeah, eventually I got past, and then like 5 laps later, I was struggling again. So I was trying to defend as hard as possible against all the others, but it wasn't enough. So I pitted, and then went for mediums all the way, and they came out. Obviously, they're going to be faster the first few laps. I was defending as much as possible. Then I was like, I just got to stick with them. So stuck with them. Tried going for moves. There was a couple of late dive bombs by Lee there on Jared. And then the last lap, Lee blocked me, and had to cut the corner, so I got a penalty. And then on one of the corners, I think it's turn 2 in sector 3 or 4, something like that. You know, the kind of
Yeah.
long right-hander in sector
Oh
3.
yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, he blocked me there, so I hit the back of him, and got some wing damage. And then, yeah, that was my race over then. I was pissed, but yeah.
Oh, that is unfortunate, but happens sometimes, I guess. So yeah, with those mediums there, I did see that you were losing to Jared and Lee when they caught up, but in the end there you did catch up again, and
Yeah, I knew that their tyres were going to fade off at some point, so I was just waiting for that. So I
mm,
wasn't going for any moves, just waiting, and then I went for them.
well, yeah. So if I can remember correctly, you ended fourth in the end, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah. So you happy with that, or did you
no,
want? You wanted the podium, I guess.
yeah. I'm not happy
Well,
with Lee blocking me there.
well, that is unfortunate. Um, I didn't see everything, of course. We had a battle with Adrian and Paco too that I tried to keep up with. So, but in the end, though, fourth place is not a bad finish either. You did get points, and you get some points then. Better Reynolds, a 1-2. Do you see anyone beating their team dominance?
I don't think I will. Cause like, well, they are a strong team, and like, no one else has like matched them as a team.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone will beat them.
Well, quick question for next week's race. That should be
France.
the French Grand Prix, yeah?
Yep.
What are you looking for there and your pace?
Well, definitely a podium. Love the track.
Oh, that is good to know.
Definitely going for a podium.
Well, that is great to know. Congratulations on your fourth place. Unfortunately, not a podium, but we'll see if you can get it next week then. Good luck.
Yep.
And I believe Jared was the second one to join. Jared?
Yes, mate. But I'm really happy
Well,
and mad at the same time. So
I gotta say one thing though. It looked like you
what?
were struggling at certain points in the race, but sometimes I saw that people were going for moves on you and you played it smart a few times because you saw that
Yeah.
they were going wide, I guess. Is that the case?
Well, no, not really. I wasn't struggling because I was on the stream when you said, "Oh, you thought I was struggling." I put my car lean fuel because I was a lap under, like I was in
Oh.
negative fuel, and I was messing about the ERS because I had hardly any ERS left. And then the race was good. We started from fifth, and Paco in ninth needed an excellent drive to get first. I already knew he was going to do a one stop because we've been, working it out. I couldn't do a one stop. There was no way. Tyre wear was just ridiculous. Um, and then LFC Leroy Foreman and Lux, when on our final stop, the moves they made was a bit, aggressive and a bit stupid, especially with LFC Farmer Guy. He dive bombed me twice. The second time he did it on lap 31, I think it was, and he hit me or something like that, and I had to run wide. Luckily, I didn't get a penalty or anything, but he was nowhere near like a car length or even on me inside. He was like half a second behind. But I can't be too mad because Renault's got the 1-2. So yeah.
Yeah, well,
Um,
you do certainly makes a good point by the Renault getting the
mm,
1-2, yeah. So unfortunate to hear that there were some dodgy moves in the end, but that battle with all of you guys went on for a long time, and if there were only a few dodgy moves in the end, I gotta say though, you kept it clean for a long time then.
yeah, I loved the battle and it was I can't fault them. I feel they were quicker than me at certain parts of the track because, as I told you last week when I won Mexico, I can't stand this track for anything. It's took me and Paco, well, Paco not really, but it's took me a week to get set up correct. Um, Paco, it's his home track and he deserves the win. But no, the fighting and everything was excellent. And then on the last lap, I think it was the second to last lap, there was yellow flags, and I was like, "Wait, that can't be P2." And I was thinking, Paco, have you lost it? And he didn't, and it was Storm. And unfortunately for him, he lost it because I was expecting him to win it after he did that once. Well, was a one stop, but I feel sorry for him. The puncher let him down, and he was quite quick. And I think now, since he's now in a seat, I think he's going to challenge us now a lot more in
Oh,
the
definitely.
championship, especially. Yeah, we'll just wait and see what happens. And yeah, as I say, I'm over the moon for that one too. So
Definitely. Well, as I said to Joe, you and Paco in the Renault certainly looks like no one can touch you team-wise at the moment. There's already quick drivers, but it looks like the other teams doesn't look to have two as quick as you guys. And for the next race in France, are you guys going for a new
well,
one too?
well, let's get 1-2s every race, mate. But no, we'll just see how it happens, how it plays out. I love France. Love the track. It's easy to get there with the corner and that. I just love that fast right-hander. So you might see me making some moves there, but we'll wait and see what happens. Yeah, but no, it could be raining, so anyone could get it. But no, I think McLaren, if they are with us, like one of them were today, I think they could still challenge us in the constructors with consistency. Williams could challenge us with consistency. It's just been lucky for me. I've had 4 consistently podiums, and unfortunately, Paco wasn't here last week, so he couldn't get a podium. So we hadn't got
Yeah,
the
well,
most points we could have got. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the next race.
oh, definitely. I gotta congratulate you on your fourth consecutive podium in the start of the season. It's
Thank you very
almost
much.
turning out to be a perfect season for you, except that out of those podiums, you only have one win at the moment. The
Yeah,
same for your teammate. Actually, he has one win now. So yeah, just congratulations on your second place today and the great start to the season you've had, and good luck for France.
thank you very much, mate. Cheers.
You're welcome. Then I think we have Lee as our next driver to be interviewed.
Yep.
Yeah, there you are. So Lee, you were, as I said, were to the two first guys I interviewed. You were also in that battle for a long time, and well, heard that they didn't appreciate a few of your dive bombs in the end. But yeah, let's start out with a question about that. And did you get a little desperate in the end, like wanting that podium, or?
With Jared, it was me just missing my braking, so I apologize for me for what I did. I really do apologize, and also apparently I blocked Mox, but I did not. I don't know what he's saying. Basically, I was on the inside, and I'm still on the inside going into the next corner. He tries to switch back on me when I'm still on the line. So I don't know. From my point of view, it like the walk. So, and then also on the long right hander, I apologize too, because I mean, like, my tires were, I think they were like 40% or something. So I can list off a lot.
Well, I mean, like missing breaking points that can happen. It happens to me so occasionally too. So, but anyway, though, you guys were in that battle for a long time, and if that was all that came out of it, that was like not clean. I gotta say, yeah, you guys were in that battle for almost the whole race. Where did you start again? Do you remember that?
And no, I do not actually.
Well, I don't either. Um, well, at least the third place. Are you happy with it then?
Yeah, very happy. I mean,
Oh,
as I
nice.
said, I'm one of the top five, but I wasn't expect podium today. And also, congratulations to Paco. I mean, his strategy was brilliant, so congratulations to him.
Well, yeah, was a good race by you there. As I said, I did expect to Reynolds and Storm to get on the podium. But Storm took those tires a little too far. That was lucky for you though. So next race, France. What do you expect from that, and where do you want to finish?
Podium. I love France. It's probably my best track on this game.
Oh my, I gotta say, lot of you top runners say you love France now, so I gotta say I'm looking forward to an interesting race then. Congratulations on your third place, and good luck for France then.
Thank you.
And then I think Paco is the next driver.
Yep.
So Paco, I said it before the race, that I expected you to be one of the top runners and probably win. In the end, you won, but starting 10, no, not 10th, but ninth,
Ninth.
I think.
Yep.
I guess that wasn't supposed to be the place you started.
Well, in a way, yes, and in a way, not. Like, I did a lap with mediums. It wasn't as good as I expected, but then in the end of the session, I tried a lap with softs, and thanks God, it didn't go well because in the end, I was in a different strategy. And although in the first laps, I was retained by Team or the Explosion, I don't know how is his real name, the Explosion.
Tim.
Um, I have like a hard fighting. I don't know how we didn't crashed. Uh, so yeah, in the end, thanks God, I didn't improve the time, and I started with medium.
Yeah, well, that medium strategy you did though, that in the end it looks like that was the best strategy, even though you started in ninth. So in the race, what was your mindset? Was it to hang back a little in the first few laps until your tires got heated up properly and theirs got started dropping off a bit, or?
as the race moved forward, uh, I realized like my initial strategy was to attack, but then I realized I should have been calm because in the first 5 laps or 6, I was in a, as I said before, I was in a real hard fight with a team, and in that few laps, the tires went a bit off, and they lasted a lot, but I could have stretched just a bit more. So yeah, after I passed him, I knew that I had an advantage. Virtually, I had an advantage, and I had only to focus in maintaining that advantage. So keep in 6, 7 seconds distance with the guys in front until they stop, and then push again. So at the end, in the last few laps, yeah, in the last laps, I was catching. Um, I can remember the name.
Adrian
I'm blocked.
Storm.
Yeah, Adrian. And just the engineer said, you don't have DRS. So I started to like say, oh, it can be because my top speed was really limited. So I
Uh,
knew it would be difficult, but he suffered of the tires.
yeah.
So that helped me a lot. And in the end, the victory. So yeah.
Yeah, well, the victory and your first victory of the season, I believe. And that
Yeah,
happening at your home race. How did that feel?
yeah, great. But in a way, it could have been 2 victories already. It's a pity that last week I couldn't be here because in Mexico I had a great pace, and I don't know if it could be a victory, but a podium. So yeah, happy because I have won in my home race, but also because it could have been 2 consecutive victories. But as I wasn't here last week, I it's not. So yeah, in a way, happy. It's 1-2 for Renault, and really happy, really happy.
Oh yeah, I definitely understand that. As you weren't here last week, though, the Jared took the torch and well got the most amount of points he could, and he got a little gap to you there, so you closed a little today, but like
Yeah, obviously, it's a long season. There are a lot of races still. The distance is, I think, of 18 points with this victory. And it's still a long season. It can happen a lot of things, but as we have said since the beginning, our objective is to win the constructor championship, and then after uh, when we know that we have that on the way, we will start considering our individual objective, that is winning the driver championship.
well, I gotta say, Renault's been you guys been the strongest team from the start. You're still the strongest teams, I think, and well, 3 out of 3 podiums for you. Could have been four,
Yeah,
of course, but
yeah,
still, congratulations on a great start of your season, and congratulations on your win today. And for France, by the way,
yeah. Thank you.
good track for you, or
Uh, it's cliche because everyone has said it's really good, and for me, I like a lot the track because it's different from others. Like there are many long straights, then fast turns, slow turns. So in the end, it makes a beautiful circuit. And also, I like it because of the design, like the design, the blue uh, offside track is really beautiful. And yeah, uh, optimistic about next race.
all right? So, hoping for a podium and the win then.
Yeah, I hope it's another 1-2 for Renault.
Oh, another one to for Renault. Well, I guess we'll see. A lot of guys said they love this track, so we'll see.
Yeah,
Congratulations on your race today. Home race win. Gotta be great
thank you
feelings,
very much.
and well, good
Yeah,
luck for next week.
thank you.
And Callum, you should be the next 10. Um, where did you finish again, if you can remember?
P8, I think.
P8, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
So your race then,
boring.
I can't remember exactly
I
where
got
you were and the stuff, but
I was involved in that crash. When there were like 5 cars
oh, you
in
were.
crash out. Yeah, I lost my
Oh,
front wing, and
well,
Chaz Meister crashed it into the pits.
oh yeah, it was he crashed into. Well, being involved in that car crash, then your view of it, well, what happened around there?
I was sitting behind him. I let him go because I thought there were going to be something happening because we were going too wide into the fast right-hander. And then the Red Bull, I don't know who it was, went onto the grass, I think, hit another driver, and then hit me whilst I was like just going to overtake him.
Mm.
And then I obviously got involved in it, hit the barrier, lost my front wing, and then
Oh,
yeah.
well, that was an unfortunate event, but for you then, but in the end you finished in 8th, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah, so still getting the points up then.
yeah.
And even though you did unfortunately get involved in that big crash, after that crash, you weren't involved in many battles then, were you?
No, I didn't. No, I
Oh.
don't think I were at all.
Well, I guess you just focused on setting consistent lap times and getting to the finish and at least get some points then, or
That setup helped, by the way, a lot.
well, for the next race in France, where do you see yourself finish there, and do you love the track as
Um,
everybody else seems to do?
yeah, it's good tracks, fun to race at.
Uh,
I'm offered to do well. Better than I've done here, but definitely not for like podiums and that.
all right, so good finish then, and you'll be happy with your France.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that is good to hear. I'm gonna say thank you then, and unfortunately, you being involved in that crash limited your options for position this race, but still got a few points. Congratulations on that, and good luck with France.
thanks.
Um, so I don't have anybody else with me at the moment. Then I can see if there is a few other guys who might want an interview. Would like to get an interview with Storm if he is available. Then I saw a few other guys asking. Hello again. Who else was it? Shane. Yeah, still trying to get a few other guys in. I saw that there was a few more guys who asked. So while we're waiting on them, then as I still have you two in here, the two Renos can probably get a quick question for you guys then.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
when
what
you
kind of?
guys ended up on the soft and mediums, for the plan
Yeah.
for Jared to battle the front guys in the first few laps and make the best for you, or did you
We
kind
didn't
of?
we didn't have a real plan. Like Yeah, we practice a lot and through the strategies and look whether one stop or two stops, which one was the best. But also, Jared had problems in the practice, like he was suffering from the wear in the tires.
Ah,
And in the qualifying session, we were both going to do the lap with softs, but I failed in the attempt, so in the end, it was two different strategies.
oh yeah, I remember that now. Well, thank you for that quick answer. Then I saw that, yeah, we got a few other guys in that. So, gonna start out with Romanello. How are you?
Hey, good, yeah.
Well,
Um,
I'm not completely sure how you went out of the race. Were you involved in that
ah,
big five car crash?
yeah. Well, at the start, I had a good start. I was P5, I think it was, qualified. Um, at the start, I got hit up the rear, I believe, from one of the Haas drivers. I think it was James. I think it was. He put me in a spin.
Ah,
So down to the back then. Um, making my way back up then. Um, making my way back up, and Ash, I think it was, the other Haas driver, then goes in and takes at least 5 cars out, I believe. It wasn't, yeah,
all right.
I
So
don't know what he was
from
doing,
your
but
view, then it looks like the big crash was Ash's fault.
yeah, yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Well,
Um,
that's good to get your view on it. Um, I didn't get to see much from you in the race. Then I remember seeing that spin. I
yeah,
wasn't sure what happened, but that might explain what happened then with the Haas. And you,
yeah,
well,
okay,
your quali
thanks.
wasn't that bad. You started 15, as you said.
Yeah,
So
yeah, P5,
not the best race. I'm pretty sure you're not
no.
happy with the race, but France then, the next race.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to France. I think I'm pretty good at France, I believe. So yeah, think I can do well. Hoping for a top 5.
Top five. Yeah, well,
Mm,
we have many people who loves France apparently, so
yeah.
I do love
Yeah.
it myself. So I think it will be hard to fight for the top spots around there.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite hard. Yeah. Congratulations to the Brent, and they're looking very strong, as always. But yeah, been
Yeah,
hard to beat.
yeah. Well, you're in the Williams team with Lee, right?
Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
cheering
like
him on there.
you two are probably one of the teams that can challenge the Renault. So, you
Yeah.
guys looking to get strong for next week then?
Definitely. Yeah, we'll probably be starting our strategies maybe tomorrow or something.
Oh,
See, I can get to early, you know, early strategy. So yeah.
well, I'm gonna wish you good luck then for France, and
Okay.
unfortunately can't actually say congratulations about your result.
Yeah. Well.
Um, but yeah, get in there and
Yeah.
get the practice for next week, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see you at least finish the race and get a better position than
Yeah.
today.
Well. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Um, Shane, I think you're the next. Yeah, good evening to you too. Um, yeah, you were also involved in that five-car crash, weren't you? Uh, I think it was lap three. I'm not completely sure, but
And in my opinion too, it was Ash who hit the back of me, and then I went on the gravel, and when I rejoined, I was everywhere on the track, and then I went in the barrier and accidentally took Chaz and Honda PA with me in the
Oh,
barrier. In my opinion, it was Ash's fault for hitting me in the back. I wouldn't, well, in my opinion, because also what he did to Nino too, like, in my opinion, he's kind of a lunatic. Well, yeah.
well, that it is good to get your view and opinion on it. Probably gonna be discussed by us after this race about that incident, because like it was a 5 car incident, and
I get it.
that is a shame. But it's a shame with your result then, also being one of the guys who couldn't finish the race.
I had a pretty short race this time in Spain, last week in Mexico too, where I was still a reserve driver in Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, I got like taken out there on the start, like, yeah,
Ah, that's a shame.
literally off the start, because there was a Ferrari in front of me who wouldn't start, and my wheel came off when I hit him. So
Oh, yeah, I can't remember exactly how that when was, but
yeah,
I remember some. Well, that is two unfortunate races in a row for you then, but the next race
yeah.
then I guess you gotta look forward to France or
Look forward. I look forward to hope. I hope I do better at France, but it's not really such a good track for me. You know, it's France is a bit hard in my opinion. I mean,
all
I can
right.
beat them,
All right. Well,
but
first of the
I'm not
guys
happy.
who's not loving that France track, I think then.
Uh, in my opinion, I feel pretty well. I'm not happy with the fact I won't be here for Britain, and Britain is a good track for me, but I won't be here then in 2 weeks, so can't race Britain unfortunately.
Well, that is unfortunate, but yeah, good luck for France then.
Yeah, thank you.
Hopefully, even though it's not your best track, that you can get at least a finish and maybe some points.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, thank you
Because
for being here.
I really thought today I was gonna get some points and I was gonna finish the race, but then Ashley passed by, but then Ash passed by, but I really thought I was gonna get the points because I started in P12 and then I went up into P5 on turn one. I had such a good start.
Yeah, I remembered
Oh,
saying that actually.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it has things happen, so that was how it went this time, unfortunately. Good luck for France,
Unfortunately, indeed. Yeah, thank you.
and
I'll
thank you for
I'll
being
do my
here.
best. That's for sure.
Ah, that's a good thing too.
No problem. Yeah. See ya.
See ya. Well, then I'm pretty sure we gotten all the interviews out of the way for today. Unfortunately, we didn't get Adrian in here. I wanted to hear about that puncture, but that is how it went. I don't have Matthew here now, so it's only me, and yeah, it was a great race for us. We had a battle going all the race, I think, and yeah. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't think I have anything to add right now. Make sure to tap in on the race tomorrow for IRL F1 starting 4:15, commentated by our commentator KAMIKAZE-FOX on this channel. And yeah, I think that was all. I've been Sander Sorhaug. I've been joined by Matthew Older, even though he's not here now. And thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Thank you.